In this video, I will show you how to do this colorful twist logo animation in After Effects. I just created a new comb and rename it as main. And I created another comb and rename it as noise. Let me add a new solid by right click new solid, rename it as noise. Go to effects and presets and add fractal noise. Fractal type dynamic. Noise type spline. Check invert. Contrast 370. Set a keyframe for brightness at the beginning of the timeline. Change to -200. Let me go 2 seconds and change back to -30. Go to the evolution keyframe and hold Alt key on the keyboard to add expression. Type *150. Press U on keyboard to open all keyframes. Copy the last keyframe and paste on 6 seconds. Again, copy the first keyframe and paste on 8 seconds. Now under transform, uncheck the uniform scaling. Set scale height to 150. Set a keyframe for offset turbulence at the beginning of the timeline. Go at the end and change back to 2500. Go to main comb, drag the noise comb into the timeline. Let me add a new adjustment layer. I'll rename it as twist. Go to effects and presets, add polar coordinates into the adjustment layer. Change interpolation to 100 and typo conversion to rect to polar. Go to effects and presets and add CC radial fast blur into the adjustment layer. Change zoom to brightest. Select both and pre-compose. I'm going to rename it as twisty. Create a new solid layer by right click new solid. Place background layer below the comb. Go to effects and presets and add CC toner to the pre-comb. Let me change the midtone to blue. Again, go to effects and presets and add transform into the pre-comb. Change scale size to 170. Let me create a copy of this pre-comb by pressing Ctrl+ D. Rename it as twisty copy. Change the CC tone midtone color to violet. I will change the rotation to 180. Change the blend of both the pre-combs to screen. Let me create a new adjustment layer, rename it as blur. Add CC radial fast blur into the new adjustment layer. Amount to 80 and zoom to darkest. Add another new adjustment layer, rename it as FX. Add transform and optics compensation. Change field of view to 20 and set a keyframe at the beginning of the timeline. Let me go 8 seconds and change back to 75. Go to effects and presets and add 12 into the effects adjustment layer. Change angle to 250 and 12 radius to 26. Again, go to effects and presets, add CC lens into the effects adjustment layer. Size to 110 and convergence to 85. Again, add optic compensation. Field of view to 90 and check the reverse lens distortion and optimal pixels. Create new solid or rename it as circle. Go over here and hold left click. You will get these 4 options. Select ellipse tool, hold shift key and draw a circle like this. Place the circle below these 2 adjustment layers. Press M on keyboard to open mask. At first, let me highlight the circle center. Change mask feather to 50 and mask expansion to 100. Let me create a new adjustment layer and rename it as glow. Go to effects and presets and add curves and glow. Change glow threshold to 80 and glow radius to 200. Let me adjust the curve graph like this. Now I'm going to add a test using type tool. Press T on keyboard to open opacity. Set a keyframe for opacity at the beginning of the timeline and change to 0. Let me go few frames and change back to 100. I'm going to place the end keyframe at 3 seconds and first keyframe at here. Now let me go to animate and select tracking. Set a keyframe for tracking amount in here. Let me go 3 seconds and change to 22. And let me adjust this end tracking keyframe at 6 seconds. And also I will set a keyframe for opacity in here. Let me go few frames and change opacity to 0. And that's it, people.